Hello, my name is Michael Riley. It's time for the truth, eBay. CEO Jamie, you need to stop with this deception, trying to put a mirror on what you're doing. It's either that you don't understand exactly what's going on at eBay, and I think part of that is true, but there's extreme abuse of sellers going on, and you're ignoring it. You were in the middle of it with me, referring Jordan Trent to me after you guys stole over $10,000 worth of money from me. Cost me massive loss in sales. The treatment of sellers is just, if you look at the eBay policies, you don't have to go any farther to know that it's just extremely abusive. The eBay policies state everything is the seller's fault. Even the post office not delivering something on time, we don't have control over that. When it leaves our hands, the post office or UPS or whoever has the package, and if they deliver it late, you have to blame us. That's your policy. Blame the seller. I've been selling for 22 years and I'm fed up with this, especially after you stole all my money here. 2 eBay reps forced approved returns that should not have been returned. Violations of eBay policy. You're not even following your own policies. Jordan Trent, executive department, didn't follow the policies. When he responded to me, he quoted the policies wrong, completely 180 degrees wrong than what it is. And I pointed it out to him. And he's got such an arrogant attitude, just like the 7 that just went to prison. 2019 from eBay, and eBay was fined like $3 million or something. This malicious attitude of eBay towards people that they don't agree with is unbelievable, mafia style, and this is going to stop. This caused me to be crippled financially because you started stealing my money unjustly, illegally. And suppressing my sales and plummeting my sales, suppressing my search capability of my products, so nobody could find my products. And my sales plummeted like $4,000 immediately. Crippled me. Couldn't pay my doctors, couldn't pay my bills, couldn't pay to take my dog, my best friend, Buddy, to the vet for an infection that should have been just no big deal. But I couldn't afford it. And I was begging your reps and begging you on LinkedIn when I confronted you. None of your reps for 11 months would do anything. They refused me. Refused to correct your errors, your screw-ups. Refused. Even Jordan Trent did. Refused in the first email he responded to me after you told him to come and deal with me because I was embarrassing you on LinkedIn. Whatever. That's your job, you moron. And if you don't know what your people are doing, and you don't, I think part of it is you're out here with this big old smile on your face saying that you're making all this money, if eBay's making all this money for the stockholders. No, you're not. You're stealing it off the back of sellers. That's the truth, the real truth, because you're not resolving our problems. And you're taking money from us unjustly, forcing us below standard when we didn't do anything wrong. This is This is unbelievable. It's illegal what you're doing. And this has to stop, and it's going to stop. And I'm not staying quiet anymore. Justice for Buddy. And justice for me. You put my life in danger. Because I have a bleed in my body. And I referred to a hematologist at the cancer center 11 months ago. And I can't afford the copay to go to my doctor. Just find this bleed. I'm losing blood. This is not a funny thing. This is serious. But you don't care. Then Jordan comes back and says, we're going to give you $766 back. No, you're not. But he deposited in my account anyways. And then he says, you can respond back. The email is back, but we're probably not going to respond. That's the way you are. It's your way or no way. That's not the way business or life works in the United States. When you have a problem, you have an avenue to correct it. Not with eBay. And every seller knows this. Every seller knows this. Even those idiots that are on there, one of them's a lawyer I just saw. Total idiots. I don't know where their brown nose is. Trying to get 5 seconds of fame for themselves. Having an interview with a guy that is destroying sellers. What is wrong with you, lady? It's unbelievable. You've had problems with eBay too. You said it's 25 years you've been selling on eBay. Well, you've had problems too, just like everybody else. Because the eBay policies apply to everybody. This is unbelievable. Stick your brown nose up his butt. Unbelievable. Stop with the lying. And everybody knows lawyers lie. I guess you learned that in law school. So you can just sit on there and 5 seconds of fame and sit there and lie. And it's just second nature to you. That's what lawyers are. It's not an unjust statement. It's true. Lawyers are taught in law school to manipulate the truth and to lie at all costs to win the case. That's not justice. Everybody knows that. That's why lawyers are hated so much. You don't work for justice. It's who can tell the bigger lie and get away with it in court. And judges are not supposed to. Judges are just lawyers. They're not supposed to allow known lies to occur in the court, but they do anyways. They don't care. I've had it happen to me. They won't do anything. It's a free-for-all in there. Who can tell the bigger lie? And they block things that are really true. You can't bring that up. That has to do with the whole case here. Can't bring it up. No, they block the truth. It's not about truth and justice. Just like this idiot. He doesn't care about it. It's totally about deception and keeping his job and deceiving everybody to believe eBay's doing these great things. He's doing these great things. Big old smile on his face. I mean, it's just disgusting. The truth's going to come out. And sellers, I want you to come forward. And I know that some people are apprehensive because they don't keep your performance level up. But this is a way that we need to address eBay. Enforce this. Also, I'm going to be having a package of how to file a lawsuit against eBay so that you can recover. And of course, statute of limitations is going to come into play. So it's going to have to be within the last 2 years. But I'll have a packet of how you can go about filing a lawsuit, give you some proper information. I'm not a lawyer, so I would never be a lawyer. I have integrity. I'm not a piece of garbage. I'm not the scum of the earth. You know, everybody, they call them the right thing because that's what they are. Scum of the earth. You know, I mean, it's just mudsuckers. Liars. I think that's why they named them lawyers, because they just spelled it wrong. Liars, lawyers. They spelled it wrong. Because that's what they are. They're all liars. And they try to intimidate you, they attack you, and they harass you. That's against the law, but they do it. Yeah, they do it, and they get away with it. Not with me, they don't. They start that with me. I go after their mother and their grandmother, and I hit them below the belt. You're not playing that game with me. No, you're not. You're not going to break the law and attack me with unjust comments and statements and threats. It's the same way eBay works. I mean, the threatening emails were unbelievable, and I did nothing wrong. They're going to throw me off eBay for about my performance level. I didn't do anything. Your reps approved returns that were violation of eBay policy. They should never have been approved, which forced me below standard. You started stealing 6% more of all my sales, suppressed all my product listings. Nobody could find my products. It's unbelievable what happened. And then you refused. I mean, I'm talking 50 or more reps in 11 months. I mean, I was going crazy trying to get a hold of, because I was crippled financially, in fear of my own life, because I can't go to the doctor, in fear of my dog's, my best friend's life, Buddy. Telling him many, many, many times a day, Buddy, I'm gonna get this resolved. I'm gonna get some money to go to take you to the vet. I'm so sorry. I love you, big boy. Went to his brain and it killed him. eBay did that. Yes, eBay, you're directly responsible for his death. And if I die, my death. And I have it noted, everything that you've done, so they can come after you. This is ridiculous what's going on. And him sitting there boasting about how great he is. No, this is going to be something that your stupidity out here talking about the accidental entrepreneur lessons in success on LinkedIn with these interviews. Well, my response to you is the truth. The malicious abuse of entrepreneurs. Lessons of sellers surviving eBay. That's my response. And I'm going to be having interviews of sellers and the real life experiences. Stockholders, listen up. This is the truth. These people, the interviews he's doing is just a bunch of BS. These interviews with these sellers, and sellers, jump in, please, contact me. I want your true life stories of what eBay has done. And I want you to write down and be prepared when we do this interview. It's going to be a video interview. Be prepared. Write an outline of things that have happened and when they happened. And have the facts. Okay, I don't want to sit here and sound like you just don't recall or you don't know the details. I need you to know the details. Spend some time to put the truth together. You're going to have to do this for court also. If you want to sue eBay, and I'll share with all the sellers that didn't know how to sue eBay, I'll share with you how to do that so everybody can sue eBay at once. Okay? That way everybody can file these lawsuits against eBay all at once about what eBay's abuse of you and you're stealing your money and refusing to correct things that they've done wrong. The whole gamut. And we can all sue eBay at once and start to put eBay where it belongs. The truth needs to come out. This business model that this CEO is running is unbelievably hostile towards sellers. Everything is a seller's fault. Everything. If the buyer changes his mind and cancels, the seller gets blamed. How? And the comment is that you have to find a way to keep the seller from canceling. How are you supposed to do that? You can't do that. That's called reality in business. What is wrong with you, CEO? What is wrong with you, Jordan Trent? Here we got a bunch of young kids and stuff and idiots telling us how to run businesses that we've been running 20, 30, 40, 50, mine's almost 50 years. You can't control a part's out of stock. It came up out of stock. It was 3 there. When you sold the product, you go to grab it from the manufacturer, it's gone because they distribute worldwide. And they can go out of stock, but no, sellers at fault. That's a terrible thing. You did something terribly wrong, seller, that you refunded something that was out of stock. That's a bunch of garbage. That's called reality, CEO, Jordan Trent, all you executive idiots, except the ones that are in prison right now, 7 of them, and there needs to be more of them from what I've dealt with. Jordan Trent needs to be one of them. The criminal crap that he wrote in his email to me, stating eBay policy totally wrong to justify his actions of only giving me back, saying, oh, we don't owe you for those months. The majority of the months are valid because you had 2 Defects. 2 defects is not below standard, jerk. Why don't you read the policy? But they can't read. They don't understand. Or, I believe it is, they're not going to follow policy. Because that's what's going on. These reps and stuff, they don't follow policy. The appeals department. Wow, what they did to me, denying an appeal. They said the item, the condition may have changed. This idiot was trying to steal my money and forced a couple different things he said. He was trying everything he could, saying that it wasn't delivered in the track he said it was. And it was a door gasket. He gives a picture of the door gasket and he sends back a bag of clothes. And eBay's appeals department says, denied me. It should have been a clear, oh wow, we screwed up. A picture of a door gasket and a bag of clothes. They don't look the same. But they said the item's condition may have changed. But I didn't prove the buyer caused it. The item's condition changed from a door gasket to a bag of clothes? Yeah, that's what's going on here at eBay. That is just unbelievable. That's where it just went off the rails with me. I was like, I'm done with it, because I've had this happen over the 22 years many times. And it's such a fight to get a hold of customer service. You can't get anything done. So you end up throwing your arms up for $17 or whatever it is. Doesn't matter anymore, people. Doesn't matter how much it is, 50 cents. If they're violating the policies, this has to become public. This has to stop. They can't keep stealing our money 50 cents at a time, or $30 or $100. They can't. It's got to stop. And CEO, you are harboring this. You are allowing this criminality. That's criminality. When you're stealing sellers' money, that's criminality. So charges need to also be filed against the CEO, Jordan Trent, and everybody that's involved in any of these infractions of this criminality. There needs to be a lot of people in jail for this. This is a criminal organization, the way they're working this. When they refuse to turn around their screw up and keep stealing your money, that's criminal. And that's what they did for 11 months to me. And if it's happening to me, it's happening to everybody, because it's their policy. Sellers are at fault for everything. It's in their, read every single one of their eBay policies. You'll see it. The words are right there in black and white. Seller's responsible for the item not arriving at the buyer's house because the post office didn't deliver it. It was out for delivery and it never showed up. What'd the carrier do with it? I don't own the post office. Yep, it's still the seller's fault. We get marked down for that and it puts us below standard. It's unbelievable. There's nothing right about that. Nothing at all, and everybody can understand that. But eBay's getting away with it because nobody's speaking up. It's time to speak up, sellers. I want to do interviews with everybody, and I know this is going to be massive. Sellers that have been wanting to say something, now's your time. Now's your time. Contact me and put your details down in an outline. Have somebody else help you if you're not too good with that. I'm not the greatest of it, so that's not a put down. Put it down, organize it in an outline so it makes sense, and put the facts in there, what your facts are. eBay policy, quote the eBay policy, whatever, okay? As well, like I said, I'm going to be, real soon here, I'm going to be putting out a video in a post about how to file the lawsuit against eBay. Okay? So stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming up here soon. I'm working on it right now. So get a hold of me and let's get this started. eBay needs to stop with this. We need to put the brakes on them. This is criminal what they're doing, some of this stuff they're doing. This is their business model, and it's got to stop. And the stockholders, you better pull eBay CEO out of there, because he's going to crumble your whole investment. This is not going to be tolerated anymore. It's just not. Okay? You can't be stealing from your sellers. Sellers are the ones that pay all the eBay employees. It's not the buyers. If you don't have sellers, you don't have anything to buy. But you're brutally, maliciously, with bad faith, severe bad faith. I mean, just the hostility towards sellers, the abusiveness is brutal. And refusing to correct things and keep stealing money from them. Then Jordan Trent tells me that the policy, I have 2 valid things, so he's not refunding me all the, and he quotes, violates the policy again. The executive department, the appeals department, I told you. Their denial, I mean, this is just, it's blatantly criminal what they're doing. But nobody's calling out on it. I mean, this is a slam dunk, my case. In a court of law, they're going to look at the bag of the door gasket, picture of the door gasket and the bag of clothes and go, a 2-year-old would know the difference. Why would they deny that? That's what they're doing. And they changed the reason to try to justify their denial. Jordan finally, after I lit him up, after his first email, I was like, no, call me. This is not going to fly. You guys screwed up. You caused me below standard, and that caused me to start being stolen from 6% of all my sales, and then suppressing my listings. And they refused to do anything about suppressing the listings or losing all my sales, or $4,000 immediately were lost. I've been selling for 22 years. $7,500 a month is average sales. Went down to $3,000 immediately. But I have to pay for parts to sell parts. So 80% is what I'm paying for the parts. I only make maybe 10, 15% by the time it's all done. You crush me by $4,000, I can't survive. I can't pay my bills. I can't even buy the parts anymore, so I can't sell. Business is if you don't understand it, then you need to go take a business class. But eBay's always trying to tell us how to run our business, like and the other thing that they're doing is they think that everything has to be perfect. If you're a day late getting it shipped, that's reality. It's reality. If we're getting a part from a manufacturer and it doesn't get delivered to us on time to get shipped out, it's going to be a day late. So what? No, they're going to cause you to go below standard. eBay wants perfection. That's not possible. You can't be robotic. But eBay doesn't care. And they will brutally take you down. Yep. It's all about the buyer to them. And the buyer's not what pays their wages. Sellers do. So get a hold of me, and we're gonna hold Jordan Trent and all the executive department, all these eBay employees that are brutally doing things wrong, violating eBay policies wantonly. They're doing it on purpose because they know it's wrong. Even he did his first response to me. He didn't care whether it was right or wrong what they did. Well, too much time's passed. No, you guys screwed up. You have to correct your error that's stealing money from me. I don't care. 10 years passed. So this is what's going on. It's going on, and everybody has a different story, but it's pretty much the same because of you can't get anything done with customer service. You can't communicate with them. They don't understand what you're saying. It's just unbelievable. They work in the wrong departments, is what several of them told me. I can't help because I'm in the buying department. Your problem is a selling issue. But they call you. So why are they calling from the wrong department? That's a big part of it right there, right off the bat. They can't even help you when they get you on the phone. But they usually don't tell you that they're in the wrong department. They just make promises to you, get off the phone, and then nothing ever happens. That's why, people. If you weren't aware of it, that's why. Because they're not even in the right department. They're just lying to you, telling you you're going to do something. You call back and you say, well, yeah, they didn't do anything because it's not in the notes. You're like, you're kidding me. I've been waiting for 3 weeks. Then the time passes, it's too long to do anything. Then they use that excuse. Too long, you can't do anything now. See what's going on here? Doesn't take much to figure it out. It's like it's all on purpose. This needs to be audited and investigated and go to court. So, contact me. I want to do these interviews. I want to get out there in response to this garbage that the CEO is posting on LinkedIn about the entrepreneurs that eBay is causing them to have successful. There's going to be more stories, majority of stories, where you are brutalizing sellers and destroying them. And that's what we need to bring out. That's the court case. It's coming soon. It's coming soon, eBay. CEO, Jordan Trent, you're going to get criminal charges against you. I'm looking forward to getting that forced. Because I got the proof of it. It's unbelievable what you did. Financially manipulating the books and giving me excuses that are lies. They're eBay policies. You violated your own policies. You're either that stupid. I don't think you're that stupid. I think you're doing this on purpose. And we're going to find out. People speak up. Sellers speak up. And eBay, if you want to try to do what you did to that couple in 2019 that put 7 people in prison, I don't suggest it. Because I'm not afraid of you like they were. I'm not afraid of you at all. You already killed my dog. You're trying to kill me. That's criminal. And you were aware of it because I told you what I'm dealing with. You're aware of it and you still refuse to do the right thing. It's unbelievable. The legal thing. You've just refused. And you won't refund me my money. I'm going to get my money back. I guarantee you. And the world is going to find out who you really are, eBay and CEO. Now, when you lose your job and you lose your multi-million dollars and you lose your home and your family's all sleeping in a tent and you can't pay medical doctor bills or anything else and your family starts dying, I'm not going to shed a tear. I'm not. Because you did it to yourself. And you could care less whether I died, my dog died. What goes around comes around, CEO and Jordan Trent. Yeah, what goes around comes around. And it's going to come back around to you legally very soon. You messed with the wrong person. I'm not one to screw with and kill my dog and try to kill me. Wow, really? I was in the military. I had plenty of people want to kill me. But not when you come back to the United States. You do that, you'll be dealt with legally. Don't worry, I'm not going to say anything inappropriate because I'm not the inappropriate person with no integrity here. You are, and eBay is. Brutalizing sellers. I served to give you freedom. And people like you just abuse everything. It's all about taking advantage of people. Now you're taking advantage of the people with these lies of these videos. And these idiots brown-nosing for 5 seconds of fame, knowing that they've been abused by eBay. Of course they have. Everybody has. It's a seller. The policies are abusive to sellers, blaming everything on the seller. It's abusive by business model. So you can't sit there and lie, lawyer, that's sitting there brown-nosing with the CEO. You can't lie about it. The policies are abusive towards sellers. They're abusive to you if you've been a seller for 25 years. So you can't go around that. I don't care what kind of lawyer liar you are. You're not going to get around that. It's a fact. Read the policies. So yeah, I'm really worked up about this because you killed my dog. It's my best friend. And that's all I had. It's my family. And you killed him. That's Buddy. He was a good boy. He didn't deserve what you did to him, eBay. CEO, Jordan Trent. He didn't deserve that. He was a good boy. He was my best friend, and you took him from me. You killed my dog. You crippled me financially. I couldn't take him to the vet. Unbelievable. I was treating him with antibiotics that I was getting. It wasn't good enough. I knew I had to take him to the vet, and I kept telling him, buddy, I'm trying. I apologized to him 1,000,000 times a day because I'm his keeper. But I was crippled and I couldn't take him to the vet because of what you did to me, eBay. Jordan Trent, the CEO, Jamie Iannone, yeah, you're going to pay dearly for this legally. I'll guarantee you. I will not back off. Sellers, get a hold of me. We need to start these video interviews and we need to start posting them and tell the people out in the world the real truth about how eBay is treating sellers. Okay? It's not going to be that long of an interview. It's just going to be the facts. But we need to get it out here. So please contact me. Wherever this video is posted, I'll have my email there as well. And contact my email. Okay? All right. Thank you. Once again, it's Michael Riley. eBay CEO, Jordan Trent, you criminal reps approving things that are a violation of eBay policy, we're coming after you. This crap's going to stop. It's criminality. Knowing that you're doing it and then refusing to correct your errors, that's criminal. And then stealing money because you've refused to correct your errors, stealing money from the seller because you forced them below standard, you forced them. Yeah, this is criminal. It's criminal. There's no doubt about it. We're coming after you all. All right, sellers, get a hold of me. Thank you.